Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for July 20th, 2025. It's Sunday Fun Day. We've got Underling has pay later, and each player starts with 7 copper and 3 duchies. So this is not my first attempt at this. Actually lost my first attempt, but also I had a bit of a recording snafu, so I'm re-recording this. So I have already looked at and played this kingdom, and it's in my opinion a bit of a sad one because there's no trashing, and there's not much in the way of sifting either. You've got Miller in the townsfolk pile, but it's not there's not really that's slow to really help you get deck control. Similarly, draw wise, you've got the townsfolk, but it's not like much draw here. There's not much support for because there's not like sifting, filtering, discarding stuff. You can't really make the draw to X with blacksmith work. And so you're just talking about like blacksmith being a moat, essentially. You can combine it with elder to make it draw an extra card, but then the elder is a stop card. So when you're not doing draw to X, that doesn't really help. There's also mountain folk, but again, this is pretty slow. Underling essentially draws with mountain folk. So mountain folk, you need 5 favors to get 3 cards. So a single underling essentially draws 3/5 of a card, which is not a lot. There's also ride to get you horses, but that's like, a one-time thing. So the big synergy here is Merchant Guild and supplies, because Merchant Guild says you gain a coffer per card you gained during your buy phase, and supplies gains a card during your buy phase, even though you didn't buy the horse. So we basically want to get a bunch of merchant guilds and a bunch of supplies. Or I say a bunch. It's really a bunch of supplies and some merchant guilds. Maybe some mining villages to decollide terminals, but maybe not, depending on how things go. Maybe an underling or two to like just slowly build up to having like a mountain folk turn or something, but also maybe not, depending on how things go. For the opening, we're just going to do double supplies, because that gives us a reasonable enough chance of hitting 5, and we don't really want we don't really want silver if we can help it. We don't really want to town crier, and then also we do want a lot of supplies anyway. Unfortunately, we do not hit 5. We're just gonna keep picking on supplies. The bot gets a mining village and an underling. Okay, at this point, it is not possible for us to fail to hit 5 next turn, I think, because we've seen 2 of our 3 duchies, and those horses are going to increase our hand size, so we can't just hit 4 off of like seeing the 3rd duchy. So we're going to hit 5, and then we should be triggering a shuffle because we're going to be playing these horses. Even if we find more supplies and top deck more horses, we'll play the horses, we'll trigger a shuffle. So the question is, do we want to take a mining village? I think the answer is yes. Even though we don't have a terminal yet, we're going to get one, and we're going to plan to get more. All right, already going to get coffer off of this. I think this is just double supplies. Get the coffers, get the supplies, and then this turn we should be able to get another mining or merchant guild. And we collided our terminals. Of course we did. Well, we definitely want to take advantage of our buys. We probably want to grab the last supplies. We could grab another merchant guild, or we could grab another mining village. We're probably just going to province next turn. I think I like getting one more merchant guild. And yeah, I think we only have one buy anyway. I think we just province. I don't think there's any reason to trash this. If we wanted to, we could undo anyway. Oh, actually there is. It gets us a province this turn. I miscounted my money. I think I will actually just go ahead and trash it, because we're going to get a bunch of coffers for this. Yeah, we're just going to buy copper to get another one and try to just end the game this shuffle, or very nearly end the game this shuffle. We do have another merchant guild down there. I'd like not to draw it, but I would like to get more supplies into hand. How many? We played 4 last turn. We have 1 in hand. We have like 7-ish supplies, probably. So we have like 2 more supplies down there. Obviously, also drawing more cards increases how many coffers we can save. We only saw 1 copper last turn. Like, we have plenty of copper down here. I think we just go all the way. Yeah, try to get lucky, you know? Okay, and we are now capable of double provincing. Ooh. Oh no, wait, this is fine. We still have a lead. Yeah. Although, oh yeah, we can double province. Yeah. So there you are. Yeah, not really a fan of this kingdom. The first time I played it, I tried to actually build, and I overlooked the merchant guild supplies interaction, and like for sure, like the like trying to build with like the townsfolk is not effective, but even like just trying to build with like to have mountain folk stuff going on, like I wouldn't have minded having an underling here, but it's really not like, it's like you can either get fewer underlings and then it like doesn't go off very much, or you can get a bunch of underlings and then it goes off faster, but it takes a long time to accumulate the underlings, and then even if you have like 5 underlings in your deck, you're not going to see them all every turn to like get the mountain folk every turn. And obviously if you had even more underlings, that's even more like time and gains and money that you're spending on that. So in the end, I think it all just kind of doesn't work out. The bot just now, I guess, got to 5 favors. I'm assuming it didn't. I wasn't paying attention, but I'm assuming it did not ever actually activate mountain folk. So yeah, like this is the problem with having 1 underling, is it just didn't do anything. the entire game. And yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I guess there is a certain elegance to playing like a simple money deck, but I would have preferred to interact with more of the kingdom, but unfortunately there's just not like a good good way to do that. And it just gets outpaced by this silly Merchant Guild supplies nonsense. So yeah. The bot also got 3 Merchant Guilds, but didn't get as many supplies. Got the contract in the underling, and obviously also I was first player, so I think that's like the big difference maker here. But the bot definitely will play this with the Merchant Guild supplies stuff, and if you try to build bigger, it will show you that that does not work. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time.